And I'm not talking about the crack of dawn where women in loose clothes finally make their way home after giving sexual favors as a means of survival. Or the croaking crack of warm wooden floors as grown men creep into 8-year-old rooms because they say they were feeling lonely, or so they swore. Or crack cocaine leaving cracks on lips behind closed doors, or the crackings of mirrors and windows, evidence of domestic violence along with a red dried blood stain on the carpets turned violet, or the crack of your ass showing for the sake of a twerking video. No, I'm talking about the cracks. Because sometimes I retract and look down at the cracks that will lead some black footprints towards jagged pavements, spray painted with 510s, gang signs, and have you seen me posters. And I truly feel for my brothers and sisters who suffer abandonment from absent parents who wasn't present for their development. And my cause is to get those kids educated, because I've speculated that they've related education to something just for the white folks saying, fuck this. My skin tint won't give me no job placement even though Obama is a black president. And they'll go on to believe that college is irrelevant because in gang-rated Section 8, drunk infested impoverishment, violence is the only element of the environment. Killer instincts become a part of their inheritance. No incentive to put a stoppage to their terroristic lineage. And young kids' caskets becomes evidence of life's short measurements when it comes to hardships. Coroners can certainly vouch for this. I want to teach them the truth. That it is education, not just street knowledge, that is significant to avoid imprisonment, because my conclusions have led me to this. The selling of dope kills our black children and benefits our government, because without the drug empowerment, the government would not get rich quick because the prison stock market would have plummeted, and that's why they're really not trying to get rid of it, but rid them whom suffer from a lack of education and stop schools from building, because new rules, prisons are better to invest in. Instead of helping he whom have no sense of direction, we point them to a place where not even Jesus can save them. Instead of telling them that their mere existence is evident that they are heaven sent, and to reach spiritual heights, simply get down on your knees, bow your head, and cup your hands. We instead send them to church. Now, although God's grace is amazing, and we sing of how sweet the sound, Saturday sinners congregate on Sundays, and this is what goes down. So, while the choir sings under the direction of a man with broken wrists, the eyes of the preacher's wife go exploring and ended up landing upon the breasts of various women in the congregation. And the woman next to her is judging the homeless man in the back corner who only came because he needed a little bit of saving. And no one's speaking about the deacon's excretion of cum as he gives little churches lessons on dick sucking. And the pastor's own fornication causes him to start yelling and ranting of how homosexuality is an abomination. And the old sanctified ones jump up out their seats screaming hallelujah salvation, but come Monday they'll be cursing their living situations, taking the Lord's name in vain. And this is where we send our children. But we cannot liberate society until we liberate the minds. Liberate he who follows the cracks of the corner because he thinks it's only job opportunity. Show them the power we possess when we all stand in unity. It's easy to tear our community down when we divide our own community, because if you break the shit down, you can see the disunity. But despite our socioeconomic differences, we are connected by our various skin pigments, and together as a community can continue imprints of Angela Davis, Martin Luther King, Alice Walker, all of which walked us on a path and warned us that the cracks in the track will try to swallow the minds that are hollow, and those that don't know where to go will get trapped in those trenches. But those who do know, grab the collar of any trekking down the wrong path, because imagine that. Synchronized footprints engraving a crack of forward movement. Keep moving.